Oh, God, I don't want to mess with the police.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think I just would reiterate what I put in the letter, which is the police have pretty broad discretion under the law in terms of how they do investigations. So I think it's hard to win lawsuits against the police. So that's probably why I'm not aware of an agency that provides either a free legal service or, frankly, even a private legal law attorney who would likely
they're all scaffolding
file this type of case.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that the law school cannot, we don't have a clinic that would address or handle this type of case. And so,
as a citizen of Athens, how do you feel that police are ignoring crimes where someone's crawling into a house? I mean, or at least we can assume so. Okay, maybe you weren't impressed by the video, but at least the vent insulation is gone, and we can make a reasonable assumption as to why that happened. But that's not a usual crime. This is something different, something unusual. And clearly, if someone did that, they're a pretty sick person. So, as a citizen of Athens, how do you feel that this is not being addressed by the police?
I don't really. I'm not trying to ignore the question. I just don't really. I just don't really have a comment on it. I mean, it's been reported to the police, and I don't really. I know what you've explained about what the police didn't do. I certainly understand why you're frustrated, but all I can do is.
Well, I would say, as a citizen,
all I can do is indicate what services are and are not available to you. That's really, I've kind of said in the letter earlier, what our legal assessment is, and beyond that, there's not really more I can say about it. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's. I find it personally sad that you would not comment about, and not just you, everyone's the same way. They're just like, oh, I can't comment on it, but I don't see where the fear is not to comment on it. What I'm hearing from a lot of people, and what I've heard from you, the first time we spoke on the phone, is, oh, how can you accuse, you don't want to accuse him, you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, right? I believe you said something like that, you want to make sure you have the right evidence, you don't want to accuse him without evidence, because you wouldn't want someone to accuse you of something without the right evidence.
I don't recall, that doesn't sound like something I would have said, but I certainly am not disputing what your recollection is. That wasn't the intention of what I was trying to get across.
Or something like that.
But, I'm certainly, if that's what you would call it, obviously we talked a while ago, so I don't remember my exact words. But,
yeah, something to the effect of
what I may
being
have,
careful.
one of my roles, right, is to give legal opinions based on what kind of evidence is usually required to meet a certain legal standard in court. And so what I might have been defining is what the court looks for to evidence of proof, but it's not my personal opinion. But I really do hear your frustration. I understand this has been an issue that's been ongoing and very frustrating, but I don't think I can offer more to you, I guess, unfortunately.
Okay, well, just to finish that thought, for you said that to me something about you wouldn't want someone to do that to you, accuse you of a crime without the proper evidence. But I would also say to people who they are always focused on my suspects, how about saying, I wouldn't want crimes to be committed on somebody without them being fully investigated and fully recorded. How about somebody putting a little bit of emphasis on that instead of always worrying about my suspect? Oh, how dare you accuse him? Or, okay, you didn't say it like that, but how poor guy is getting accused. How about somebody properly looking at the evidence? For example, you guys wrote that letter, based on a small portion of the evidence, and I felt that you didn't really dig further before you dismissed it. And that's what I'm getting from everybody. I tell a brief summary. It's a complicated case. You can't really get into the whole specifics. And then they're like, oh, you don't have any evidence. We looked at the evidence. Well, it's like, okay, you didn't look at the evidence. You looked at a brief summary, a small portion.
Yeah.
That's not all the evidence.
So I do hear what you're saying about that, and I recognize what you're saying is that you feel frustrated that
there's excessive concern on him.
The reason that say our clinic would not have gone further is because, and perhaps this wasn't articulated in the letter as clearly as it could have been articulated, but the reason we didn't go further in looking at the evidence is because based on the subject matter and based on the fact that we know what you were requesting and what you were asking for and needed was to go to court, we knew that this or we didn't go further because we don't go further into an evidentiary analysis because we're not going to be representing you in court on the case. I agree that if an individual or an attorney is going to represent you in court or is going to consider representing you in court, that there's definitely more evidence that needs to be reviewed. But that's why we, in terms of this agency, did not go further into the evidence. Is because we knew once we understood what your questions were in terms of what you wanted, that the remedies you were looking for were not remedies that we could offer. And so that's why the level of analysis we did was what it was. So yeah, and I wish I had a solution for like another service or another lawyer that I knew would file what you wanted to file, but I just don't. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. I mean, that's what I'm getting from a lot of people. A lot of the same message.